So there are a few things that I feel like we need to educate ourselves on when it comes to maternal mental health care. It's something that I've spoken about on here in one of my videos, and I still feel like there's a lot of emphasis that still needs to go into it. Now, I have a background in psychology, and I have to admit, this Olivia situation has done its number on me. Like, I've read and I've heard of such stories, but Olivia killing her daughter, Glory, just took me to another whole different mental phase. And so I feel like I need to do this. Filicide is something that is very common, rarely spoken of. It's a rare occurrence, but nonetheless, very, very important. And we need to encourage more discussions around this topic. Filicide is when a mother takes the life of her own child. And this can be as a result of many factors. Number one that comes into mind, acute psychosis, or what some of you call as postpartum psychosis. This is whereby a mother is completely detached from the sense, or rather her sense of reality, to the extent that she is unable to distinguish between what is real and what is not real. Now, the other factor that comes into mind is basically when a mother views her child as a hindrance. So she sort of like resorts to taking that child's life as a way of just freeing herself of the burden that is motherhood. And in most cases, if she doesn't end up killing her own child, she will make sure that that child gets it, like complete and utter abuse and maltreatment of that child. The other reason could be spousal revenge, rarely spoken of, but it's something that is super common, especially in our Kenyan context. We've heard of stories or situations of either a father locking himself in the house and then killing their children because the wife left, or a mother locking herself and poisoning herself and her kids because the husband left or the boyfriend left. The other reason is also, well, economic situations, economic situations that could lead a mother to believe that killing her child would be best for the child because then the child won't have to suffer. Psychologists call it altruistic filicide, is whereby you believe by killing someone you're doing them good than harm. So I'm not here to try and defend Olivia's situation. I'm not trying to explain her actions. What she did is a criminal offense, and she deserves to experience the full force of law for what she did. Baby Glory did not deserve that. She deserved a loving, caring environment with a mother who is emotionally and mentally healthy. She deserved better. And I feel like as a society we let her down, because if our government system was to acknowledge that there is a need, or rather there is a rise in the number of suicide or filicide or femicide on the rise, then maybe they would look at mental health as an actual national disaster and act on it accordingly, because where we're headed, it's not good, you guys. It is frightening, it's scary. We need to be comfortable enough to have talks around around these mental health situations, And we should be our brother's keepers. I said that before and I'm going to repeat it again. If you see your friend acting out, or just see them withdrawn and pull away slowly and slowly, and even there's a change in their behavior and personality, please intervene. What do I mean by intervene? Check up on your friend, even if it's just a simple text message here and there. You know, visit. I know economy is hard, we don't want visitors, but hey, just take a glass of water. As long as you are there for your friend when you feel like they need you, that's all. You know, and just once in a while have that conversation. Don't just ask how are you, ask how are you emotionally and mentally. How are you really? What is disturbing you? What is that problem? Can you share? Because either way, a problem shared is half solved. So we need to get in a situation where having conversations, hard conversations, should be normalized. We need to get to a place where I can come out and say, you know what, I am struggling as a mother. I am having a hard time with my toddler. I am having hard time in my relationship or my marriage. I am having a hard time in my friendship. I am having a hard time in my job. I'm having a hard time because I'm struggling with understanding. Why is it that I feel so stagnant when other people seem to be, progressing one way or the other in their lives? I'm having a hard time because I feel like the economic situation is getting hard on me right now and I don't know what to do about it. I'm having a hard time putting my thoughts or my emotions in the right place. If we normalize even talking about the stresses in our life, then it will be a lot easier for us to navigate through the various stages of stress. And that is fight and flight mode. And then we have damage control. Then we have recovery. Then we have adaptation. And eventually we have burnout. We try to process through our stress the right way so that we do not get stuck in any of these stages and therefore get to have what we call a blowout, where your brain completely snaps because it cannot seem to get the right information to sort of like help you assess or navigate through the problem that is eating at you. We don't have to get to Olivia's situation, and I'm not trying to condone or trying to say that whatever it is she did was as a result of a mental issue. I'm not trying to put it at that. I'm trying to get us to a point of understanding that these things are there and they're happening and they are preventable, but only if you and I do something. I'm still disturbed and so heartbroken for baby Glory.